Welcome to Castin Cajun. I'm your host, Tony Fondo, fishing out of Tradewinds Marina in Cocodrie, Louisiana. Fishing with Captain Justin Breaux of Topwater Charters, looking for speckled trout. So get ready for an exciting half hour with Castin Cajun. Put this baby in the box.
Castin Cajun is brought to you by Thibodeau Regional Medical Center for expert, compassionate care. Grafton Dermatology, specializing in diseases of the skin, hair, nails, and cosmetic surgery. Cajun Home Improvements, the last roof you'll ever buy. Don's Wholesale, your truck superstore with the largest selection of pre-owned trucks in Louisiana. HomeAndTravel.com. Experience world-class fishing in the heart of Louisiana. Visit HomeAndTravel.com. And by Tony Sacheries, makes everything taste great.
Fish on. You gotta say when you gotta fish.
Oh man, I thought it was a little dink. I wasn't even gonna say nothing.
Oh, hey. Beautiful, beautiful. Hang on, Juice.
It's the kind of trout we need. Show me how that thing works, Steve.
Oh, wait, let me get the toilet paper out of here.
Unprepared.
Brand new, right on the pack. Take my catcher's mitt here. Notice how easily it grips the fish.
I'm gonna have to give me one like that.
I know you might be able to get one. Beautiful trout. Man, the morning's starting out great. Woo, I'm so excited I can't even talk.
We'll take that one home.
Yeah. In the words of Captain T. Kip Plaisance, one more for the ride home. I got one too, I got one too.
Beautiful.
I tell you what, I'm gonna put on this rod butt a cushion. I usually use them just for reds. Oh, this is another good one. Oh my goodness. Usually use them just for reds, but these trout are so big. Beautiful trout. Tell you what, that's nice. I don't have a whole lot of patience sometimes, but they had a shrimp on the deck, so I just put him on and threw out. When I was using them live minnows, my bait wasn't out there maybe 30 seconds and I had a fish, so I'm going back to the live minnows.
Sometimes in that shallow water, it's a lot easier to fish a shrimp under a popping cork. And I like them, it's a very good bait. But it's hard to catch, 125, 150 on, 200 shrimp. They don't go as far as the minnows go. I definitely prefer a minnow over a shrimp, but a live shrimp definitely has its place. Trout love them, everything eats them, It's a real good bait.
Shoot, I eat them.
There's a good one. Man, he's fishing nice, T.
Oh,
that one's,
I tell you what, they're big enough to where they're almost big enough to release. I like to release the really big ones, but they're just small enough to be able to keep where I don't feel guilty keeping one. But if I catch something like around 5 pounds, you'll see me release it.
Yeah, we like to let them big girls go. That fish came off a minnow. I'm gonna grab that dude right there by the face, right through the lips, just like that. Stays on there pretty good and don't harm the minnow at all. We use the minnows right now. This time of year, you can catch fish on pretty much anything you put in front of them. I find the minnows are a little hardier bait. Sometimes the trout don't want to eat them, but I find it goes a lot further. You get a lot more out of your bait. Another good one. I like catching big old speckled trout.
So do I.
Man, that's a beautiful thing.
I always like to use plastic, but or topwater. I like artificial bait, but there you go, you got one. Didn't even know he was on until you started reeling. But
oh, I knew he was on.
but when you're catching big fish like this, you're not gonna see me change.
Nah, kind of hard to bug the system whenever they come in pretty like that.
Using a 3-aught kale hook, hooking them in through the lips. Some people hook them through the eyes. I think they stay alive longer through the lips. They seem to be staying on pretty good too.
Tony, a lot of guys like to use smaller hooks, 1/0 and 2/0 for live bait, especially shrimp. And I try to use the biggest hook I can get away with. And I find they don't straighten out as much. They're tougher.
If you happen to catch a big fish or a red fish.
And you much rather have a bigger fish on a bigger hook. I find you don't lose nearly as many on a bigger hook. You might not get bit quite as much.
Oh, the small ones will tear out easier.
Yeah, I think the difference that it makes is not worth talking about. What we're looking at here is a 2-aught mustad ultra point, about 14 inches of fluorocarbon, a little 80-pound barrel swivel, and a 3/4 ounce egg weight.
And a speckled trout. I just had to get in there.
Try the photo bomb.
Look at that. Let me show you what we got so far.
Tony being a camera hog.
Beautiful, beautiful. Not even 8 o'clock.
Tony, the darndest thing last year, this time of year.
I got a little puff of fish over.
We were catching.
Hooked him in the back.
3 or 4 pounders like that, and it was strange. They would eat the minnow, and then they come back and they cut your leader, right past the hook.
A biff puff of fish?
Yeah, they were big. They were 3 or 4 pounders.
Darn, I've never seen them that big.
They have teeth like a parrot. Another good one. Decided he wanted to pull a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. They're getting bigger.
I mean. Fish on. Hey. Come on, Ponto. Oh, that was dancing in the water. Nice. Nice juice.
Show me how that mitt works.
The glove's good, but this mitt's even better. Beautiful. And it's attached to me, so can't lose it. I think that box is starting to look pretty good already.
Keeps you from getting sore ribs.
Bring him this way, Juice. I like my catcher's mitt so much, I'll be taking your fish off. You used to taking your guest fish off.
I'm gonna have to take you every day.
Yeah. You pay me?
I might be able to swing a little bit.
All right, thank you. As you see, I need another bait, so we'll take a commercial break. Don't go away. We'll be right back. More speckled trout action with Captain Justin Breaux. Fish on. Hey.
That one just hit the water.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Ask me if I'm having fun, Juice.
There's a double.
A double. Yes, yes. Thank you, Lord.
Good stuff, man.
I got a red.
Little baby red?
I got a little baby red. We'll put them up in tandem.
Fish is giving me a little difficulty. There we go.
Oh, I think your trout is bigger than my red. You were just talking about going to catch reds after we finished with our trout. He was swimming upside down. I caught him in the bottom lip.
Yeah, he gets to go back and swim another day.
Yeah. The legal size limit on redfish is 16 inches.
Well, CT?
I'm not doing that. But you can even lip a speckled trout with this mitt. Oh, that looks like a good one. Spinning that rod.
Yeah, ain't sure pulling a little bit. Coming at it. Let's see what he looks like.
Half decent. Another good 15, 16 minutes. I kind of lost my voice a little bit on the ride over here. We were jamming with that Tiger Audio stereo system we got in here.
It sure does sound good, man. I'm gonna tell you. I'm a big fan of music, and it was jamming.
I tell you what, Tiger Audio. You're looking for quality stereo for your boat. I mean, I've never even put this thing wide open. Run 50 miles an hour, hear it clear, no distortion, doesn't hurt your ears.
Spawn.
So, Juice, while I reel this fish in, well, I just missed it. While I reel this empty hook in, tell the folks what the trout are doing now.
Well, what's happening right now is, the springtime, the water's warming up and the shrimp are moving north, and the trout are moving south out of the marsh, getting ready to spawn. And it just kind of comes all together. You get warm temperatures and a lot of shrimp, and all the fish moving south makes for.
They're moving to the highest salinity so they can lay their eggs.
Makes for great fish. They getting ready to start laying eggs, and they need that that saltier water. And it just goes absolutely crazy. And the first couple months of summer.
And I gotta admit, I love it.
Can't beat it. Nothing like Terrebonne Parish, huh, T?
That's it. All right, Juice. We're catching a lot of fish, and they're nice fish. But if you're looking to catch just big fish, tell the folks what you do. And it wouldn't be on a day like today with all this wind.
Nah, it's hard to do when the wind's blowing 20 miles an hour. But topwater baits, probably 3/4 of big old fish that we catch come from topwater. It's hard to, get clients to get in the mentality of, only catching a handful of really nice fish. They want action, they want numbers, they want to go home with a lot of meat like this.
Unless you happen to get somebody that likes to catch big fish.
Just wants to target big fish.
Worried about filling the box,
Yep.
their ice chest or a freezer with fish. Let me open this fish box for you there, Juice.
Yeah, if they just wanted to target big fish, we'd be, on the backside of the island in some shallow water, throwing, big topwater baits.
Catching big fish on topwater was what we planned today. I actually went by John Estes and bought about $300 worth of topwater baits yesterday afternoon, but the weather changed, wind kicked up, and you've got to go with whatever the weather dictates. All right, you got a fish too?
Yeah, you over the top of me, I believe.
I've fished all over Louisiana, and Louisiana's got a lot of great places to catch speckled trout, but there's no place I like better than Terrebonne Parish. And as you can see, we do have big trout too. Oh, and big numbers of trout. All right, fish coming in, Juice. Hey, Juice. I know, man, we used to notice, every few years you notice a big difference in, let me get this bigger sucker in the boat first. The amount of land that we lose every year, but seems like it's getting where it's going away faster and faster.
Tony, it used to be we lose land about a year, and I think it's about a month now. The only place that I've seen that's actually building sand that the Corps of Engineers have come up with that's a good fix is big limestone rocks. They did it at Coon Point, I guess 10 years ago, maybe a little longer, and they're saying the beach is actually building there. But anywhere else on the coast, you can watch it go away about a month, man. The difference between last year in October, November, and this time of year is incredible. I mean, it's washing away.
Well, if you happen to be one of the powers in charge, please help us get more rocks out there by the islands. Let's build these islands up again. Keep this heritage going for generations. When you're fishing these reefs, it's best to just come, drop your anchor, and don't move around with a trolling motor when you're fishing in shallow water. It tends to scare the fish, right?
If you do move around, just take your time. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that guys get with their big old trolling motors. Now, I missed that.
You can almost get on step with this.
Yeah, well, they got so much power, and they take for granted that they can't hear anything, on board the boat. But it still makes a lot of noise. And when you're in 1.5 foot, to 2.5 foot of water, and then fish don't like pressure. They're real susceptible to, pushing them off up, a shallow spot, especially where we are now,
And the schools are moving in and out. So
absolutely.
If you stay anchored, if they stop biting for a little while, the next school will be passing through.
Absolutely.
If you want to see any of our past fishing segments, cooking segments, or just the Boudreaux jokes, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. See whatever you want. Once the shows air on television, we put them on YouTube. This Castin Cajun cooking segment is brought to you by Tony Sasheries makes everything taste great. For today's cooking segment, I'd like to introduce you to my brother-in-law, Barry Narcan. He's been married to my sister for nearly 40 years, and he's going to prepare some fish patties using speckled trout. Tell us what's up, B.
All right, what we do is first, you get the water to boiling, to a boiling point. We got our seasoning already cut up already, and we have eggs, and we're just gonna put it to boil anywhere from, say, 5 to 8 minutes, something like that. And when it comes to a good boil, then you take it out and you strain it in the colander. We add our seasoning to it.
Okay, and our seasoning is onions, celery, bell pepper, and green onions.
All right?
All right.
Ready, I'll put this in here.
And I'm gonna go ahead and,
back up a little bit.
all right. I'm gonna go ahead and put the vegetables sauteing while you do that. That is approximately 1 onion, 1 bell pepper, stalk of celery, a little bit of green onions. Now, B, you know I always gotta add a little butter.
Oh yeah, you got to have butter. Our vegetables are done. We're gonna take our fish that boils for about 7 minutes. We're gonna pour this in the colander, drain the water out.
Set that back on the stove if you like.
Yeah, right here.
Those vegetables smell delicious.
Mm-hmm. Stir it all up, mix it up good.
Fish breaks up really easy once it's been boiling anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes, Barry was saying.
I add some Tony's to it.
And I like it kind of spicy. I like that little extra cayenne pepper they have in the Tony's bowl.
We're gonna pour this in, some eggs. All right, now we're gonna add the breadcrumbs to it.
Mix it all up.
Make them sort of like a meatball.
Then once you put them in the freezer, let them freeze up hard. Just take them out. Barry, you like to put yours in the refrigerator and let them thaw out a little bit?
Thaw out a little bit, yeah.
Lots of times I just take mine right out of the freezer and put them right into the grease, and it's fine that way too. But you don't want to fry them like this because they will fall apart.
This is what it looks like when it's frozen. Take it, put it in here.
Set it into 350 degrees corn oil.
You fry till it's fried now.
Looks like it's ready.
Yeah, it's ready. It's nice and brown.
I used to put all my fried food on paper towels, soak up the grease, but a friend of mine showed me that you take a piece of aluminum foil and crumble it up, and then when you set it on there, the grease still leaks out. In fact, I think it's even better than paper towels. All right, B, I think I'm gonna try a little Tony sandwich spread. I don't know, I got zesty, Creole, and I have the spicy and sweet. I think I'm in a Creole mood today. Put a little bit of that on my bun. As you can see from looking at my bun, Barry doesn't skimp on the meat. Delicious. You want to try this at home? Please send us an email and let us know what you think about it. Another winner, B.
Thank you.
Juice, I'm always looking at your signature picture on Facebook is a wheelbarrow full of big trout. And we've never had a trip together that wasn't fantastic. So tell us a little bit about your guide service.
Well, we work out of Topwater Charters, south of Houma, Cocodrie, Louisiana. We run 5 boats full-time, have 3 camps, sleep up to about 35 people.
So what type of fishing do you offer?
Tony, we specialize in speckled trout and redfish, but we fish anything from bluegill to blue marlin.
What do folks need to bring if they're coming fishing with you?
Tony, they just need to show up with ice chest, a hauled fish back, and fishing licenses, and that's it, buddy. We can take care of everything else. Hey, that's a nice fish.
Oh, yes, indeed. If we wouldn't have so many fish in the box already, I'd be grabbing a net for those size. But now it doesn't really matter if one or two come off.
Beautiful.
Well, folks, in fishing, there's no guarantee that you're going to catch fish, but I can guarantee with Captain Justin, you will have a good time, and the odds are definitely in your favor that you'll go home with a bunch of Ziploc bags full of speckled trout fillets. Thanks again.
Oh, it was my pleasure, Tony.
Speaking of thanks, as always, we have to give a special thanks to our military, both our active troops and our veterans. So until next time, keep on casting. After being married for 20 years, Boudreaux's wife woke up one night and found him missing from the bed. She walks out on the front porch and finds him crying. She says, "Boudreaux, why are you crying?" He said, "Well, you remember 20 years ago when we started dating and you got pregnant and your papa told me either marry you or go to jail?" She says, "Yeah, but why are you crying?" He said, "Today is the day I would have gotten out."